Hello there, Minus here, and today we're going to recap 2019 in a nutshell. More like a scientific nutshell. That's right. We're going to talk about the most interesting and most popular science discoveries of the year. So relax and let's get started. Arrokoth. This 22-mile-long contact-binary object consists of two planetesimals located in the Kuiper Belt zone. Although it was discovered in June 26, 2014, it was 3.5 years later, in January 1, 2019, when the New Horizons space probe flew by it, making it the most distant and most primitive object ever visited by a spacecraft in our solar system. The name Arrokoth comes from the Powhatan language, meaning sky. It was chosen by the New Horizons research team as a tribute to the Powhatan people, indigenous to the state of Maryland, where the object's discovery took place. This trans-Neptunian object made a new benchmark in the ability to monitor a planetesimal 4.1 billion miles away from Earth, possibly answering questions about the formation of our solar system 4.6 billion years ago. Exploring the far side of the Moon. It only took 2 days for science to write history again with the Chang'e 4 mission, landing U-2-2, a rover to explore the far side of the Moon for the first time in human history. This rover attempts to determine the age and composition of the yet unexplored region of the Moon. One of the most fascinating things about this mission is that a sealed biosphere was included into the lander, which included seeds of potatoes and tomatoes, as well as insect eggs, to test whether they could hatch and grow as symbionts. Reports say that the biosphere cylinder was hospitable apart from low gravity, meaning that a cycle of oxygen and carbon dioxide could emerge through photosynthesis. However, 9 days later, the experiment was terminated due to external temperature drop down to minus 52 degrees Celsius, meaning that the plants and insects froze to death. Imaging a black hole. Groundbreaking news have risen on the internet in April 10, 2019, as the supermassive black hole was pictured for the first time in human history, ending a 235-year debate of how a black hole looks like. In this image, we can see a fuzzy black sphere proving to be as predicted, surrounded by a glowing ring of light. This type of black hole is the largest, containing a mass equivalent to 6.5 billion suns. It is located in the Messier 87 galaxy, which is 54 million light-years away from Earth. The most mind-blowing fact about this first ever black hole image is that for decades we were based on descriptions of how they could be. We may have seen them in illustrations and movies and animations, but this is the first ever image of a black hole. Scientists have struggled over the years to capture the form of a black hole, as it is so dense that its gravitational pull is enough to distort space-time, as nothing, no particle, nor light can escape from it. That is why this image shows this subtle shadow at the center of a circle, showing not specifically the black hole itself, but the point of no return. The Lost Continent. In 1912, Alfred Wegener, a German geologist, published his theory about Pangaea, a supercontinent that existed 175 million years ago. This supercontinent included all continents that exist today, except in last September, another geologist named von Gisbergen proved that another continent existed 120 million years ago, the Greater Adria, currently overlapped from the African and Eurasian continents. This continent is responsible for the formation of most mountainous regions in Europe, like the Alps. The eighth continent is still hidden deep down the Earth's crust, creating many earthquakes in Southeast Europe. This discovery can finally answer questions about the complexity of the Mediterranean geomorphology. The possibility to visit other stars. Scientists have successfully harnessed the power of sunlight to provide energy to a spacecraft. So, on June 25, 2019, a SpaceX rocket launched 24 satellites into orbit around Earth, including the first solar-sailing spacecraft which is powered by sunlight alone. Specifically, Bill Nye said, "It is a game changer. Maybe one day in the future we could even sail one to another star." This revolutionary spacecraft addresses the biggest limitation to explore space: fuel. For decades, spacecrafts are operational as long as they have fuel, but the light sail tube depends on photons to move across space. It has a sail made of mylar, a tear-resistant highly reflective fabric known for its use in musical instruments, medicine, packaging and gardening. This sail is as big as 32 square meters. Those were the most popular and most interesting discoveries in science this year. Thanks for joining us today. For more weekly videos, tune yourselves to How&Why channel. Thanks for watching.